partly working joints as you roll. So you'll notice like my elbow and my shoulder are moving as I'm rolling the ball. It's coordination, a lot of different things going on. You could place it under your arm and just kind of roll your arm forward and back or down, kind of pressing it into the side of your body. Maybe the other side. You can keep that up, or if you want to, just pause for a moment and close your eyes and just feel your breath. Feel any sensations from the ball, that gentle massage. Start to expand your breath, inhaling and filling up your lungs. Slowly exhaling to release all of the air in your lungs. Maybe sighing, making any kind of audible noise as you exhale. Bringing into mind any intention that you have or affirmation that you want to say to yourself to keep your mind focused and connected to your body. And remember to move in ways that are right for you today. Your body is different day to day, even sometimes moment to moment. So honor your body where it's at and your mind too. And then you can blink open those eyes and sit up nice and tall. We'll start with some movements with the ball. So just bringing your arms out wide, elbows can be bent back to center. Maybe even try doing it without looking. And see if those hands come right to center or if you need to adjust something. Out and in. Bring it back to center and then bring the ball to heart center. Press your palms into the balls lightly. Sitting up tall, taking another deep breath. Inhale, reaching the ball out to one side, up overhead. Maybe transfer it to the other hand. Bring your arms down. So inhaling as you reach up, and you can switch overhead. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, down. Inhale, up and down. Last one. Inhale, up and down. Good. Bring the ball back to center. And then this time, try opening the arms wide. Reaching it to the side, back to heart center, then opening wide. Back to heart center, open wide. And last one. Nice. So try, just for some fun, tossing that ball from one hand to the other, or it could be both hands, trying to throw and catch. Maybe even try to not look at the ball and see if you can still catch it. If the ball rolls away, just let it go, okay? At least don't jump up after it. So some little tosses or bigger ones. Hand-eye coordination. Good. Nice. All right, so go ahead and place the ball down between your feet, and we'll work on our feet. So rolling your foot on one ball. And I know we all have different types of balls, so this may or may not work. But see if you can get some pressure into the sole of your foot. And maybe the outer edge of your foot. And that inner edge. And over to the other foot. rolling. And that outer edge of that foot. Bring it over and do the inner edge. And back to center. So again, a little bit of fun. You can just kind of kick that ball back and forth between your feet. If it rolls away, let it go, because that's all we'll do with the ball for now. Ooh, there, mine just went, so we'll leave it at that for now. All right, so sitting up nice and tall and scooching forward in your chair, taking some rocking motions forward and back. Try not to press your hands, try not to use your hands too much as you're leaning forward. And feel your feet on the floor as you lean forward. And then holding your back away from the back of the chair as you lean back. So pressing your feet into the ground, leaning back, a little hold. As you press your feet into the ground, just imagine that you are going to stand up. So a little activation in the thighs, leaning back, the stomach, forward, the thighs, and back, the deep core. Sit up nice and tall, bring your feet out wide, rock side to side. Come back to center, bring your feet closer together, cat and cow, rounding your spine into cat, pull your belly in, chin to chest, feeling the stretch in the back of your neck, your low back. Inhale, sitting up to cow, pulling the elbows and shoulders back. Please feel free to vocalize audibly, really working into the vocal cords as you round into cat, maybe a meow or any kind of cat sound. Inhale, lifting up to cow, mooing or howling like a coyote. Ow! Also enunciating, getting into that facial yoga. Then rounding into cat. You can keep it moving, slow and smooth, back and forth at your pace. Vocalizing, howling or meowing. One or two more. Sitting up nice and tall. Plant one hand or forearm on your thigh as you reach the other arm up and over for a side stretch. You can rest your hand on your head or even bring your hand down to your shoulder. And then up and over to the other side, side stretch. And allowing that arm to be where it is most comfortable for you. Come back to center. And inhale, reaching the arms up. Open up to one side. Nice and gentle at first for a spinal twist. Front hand to your knee. Back hand on your chair as you look off to the side or maybe further back. You could tilt your chin down and lift it up a couple of times. Turn just your head to look forward over your front shoulder. And then same thing, maybe tilting that chin down and up if that feels good in your neck. Bring your head back, looking over to the side. Take a breath. Exhale to release and come back to center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Pull your belly in a little bit. Inhale, reach. And open up to the other side. Front hand to your knee, back hand to rest on the chair. Look off to the side or further back. Maybe tilting your chin down and up slowly. Turn just your head to look forward. And again, that slow, gentle tilt of the chin up and down. And looking back again. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, release and come back to center, reaching up, and bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up again. Hands to heart center. Place your palms on your knees. Lean your chest forward, flat back. And then slide your hands down your shins, maybe just a little ways, or maybe down to your feet. And also the option to let your head hang down to a forward fold. Bring your hands back to your knees, but keep leaning forward. Pull those elbows back. So you're really using those elbows to elongate your spine. And then sit up tall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're going to do that whole flow a little bit faster. Place your palms on your knees. Lean forward, flat back at first. And then slowly sliding your hands down. Hands to your feet or blocks even. Allow your head to hang down if that feels good. On your inhale, start to lift up. Bring your hands to your knees. Inhale as you rise halfway. And then lift through your belly as you come all the way up. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Palms to knees. Lean forward. Palms slide down to your feet. Maybe let your head hang down. Just for that breath. And then bring your palms to your knees. Inhale halfway. Pull your elbows back. And then all the way up. A big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to start with a little bit more movement. So big arm swings, those exaggerated arm swings. And you could even totally slow it down, just feel the stretch for a moment. And you can keep it going. Little twist in the torso as you do this. Bring your hands back to center. And then step one foot out to the side. You could help it out with your hand or just use your hip muscles if that's working good. And then to the other side. So we're stepping out and back together and out and in, either helping your legs or maybe you can do this movement with the hands where we go out and to hearts, out and to heart center. So some big movements through the legs, maybe the arms. All right, and then let's stop here. So one leg out to the side like this. You might feel a stretch on that leg, so it can stay bent. If there's a different position that would feel better, maybe a little bit straightened depending on your seat, then stay right there. And hands on your knees, take a little lean forward and see if you can feel into that, the stretch into that leg, and then lifting up. Bring that leg back to center. And then step the other leg way out to the side. And a little lean forward and lifting up. Bring it back to center. And we'll do our warrior two. So extending the one leg out. Again, it can be bent or straight. Reaching your arms out to the sides. See if you can imagine reaching even farther. Do you feel a stretch through your upper arms or shoulders? And then inhale, reaching the arms up to Dancing Warrior. Bring your hand down to your straight leg just to lightly rest. Reach up high. Feel that stretch through the side of your body. Bring your hand or forearm down to your knee. Reaching up at an angle. Remember, this hand can rest on your head or even down on your shoulder, or take big arm circles. So lots of options for the arm here. And I'll stay right here, but keep going. Breathing and finish. Reaching up or back down, and then coming back into Warrior Two. Expanding that brave, courageous warrior within yourself. And bring your hands down, foot back to center. Extend the other foot out, whatever angle feels good. Of course, you can always use the blocks underneath your thigh or even under your foot for a different angle. Reaching your arms out to the sides. This time, look over your one hand, see what it's doing, what direction it's pointing, and then look over the other hand and see if it's fairly similar, as much as possible. And then inhale, reaching those arms up. Bring your hand down to your straight leg, reach up through your rib cage. And bring your hand or forearm to your bent knee, other arm at an angle, whatever feels best for your arm here, or take those arm circles. One or two more. And then finishing, sitting up nice and tall. Feel your torso lengthening through the sides of your body and release. Bring your leg back to center and scooch back in your chair. We'll do some more work into the feet and the legs. Extending and bending one knee. Either keeping your thigh on the chair, or you could bring your knee up, pick your knee up with your hands. The other option, if you have a strap, is to strap it around your foot and support it that way. Maybe holding your leg out, either straight out or bending your knee, picking it up and pointing and flexing. Ankle circles. Other direction. And release, relax your leg. You can tap it out. Feels good on the sole of your foot and the other side. Extending and bending. If there's knee pain, you can rub those knees. Maybe pick up that knee. See which version you like better. Hold your foot out and point and flex. So the other option here, of course, is to rest your foot on a block, point and flex. And some ankle circles. That's a little harder on the block. Other direction. And then step that foot down and tap it out. Go back over to the other leg, extend your leg, and windshield wiper slowly out and in. So toes go out, but feel it all the way up to your hip crease. That it's moving through the hip joint back and forth. And then step your foot down, other leg, flexing your foot and rotating out and in. Notice your range of motion on this side compared to the other. and relax. Last thing is extend the other leg out, and we're going to do two different stretches. So one, your toes are up and you're reaching, or you can place your foot on a block or the floor and reach with your toes pointing up. And that could be that you're still sitting up, and that's enough of a stretch. Take a couple of breaths. Feeling the stretch and then release. So, but keep your foot out there. Now, tip your toes out to the side, and now see if you feel the stretch in a little bit different spot with your foot out to the side. And release. Sit up tall. So we have different hamstring muscles on the back side of our leg. So extending your leg out on this side, and then toes are pointing up, reaching forward. 2 or 3 breaths to feel the stretch kind of straight up the back of your hamstrings. And just release, pause for a second, and then turn your toes out to the side. And now notice where you feel that stretch, more on the outer side of your hamstring muscles. And release. All right, tap those feet. Tap, tap, tap. Feel the pressure on the soles of your feet, especially any neuropathy. And come on over to that first leg again and bring your knees side to side. So pulling it out, pulling it back in. Maybe using your hand, but really try to work your actual leg muscles as much as possible. Lift your knee up and around, hip circles. These could be really small or bigger. The other direction. Zigzag back and forth. Start bringing it up higher. Higher, and give it a hug, maybe even a kiss. You could kiss your knee. That's kind of a stretch through the back side of your body, so you could even hold that stretch longer. Point and flex your foot. Bring your ankle over your knee for figure 4. Massage your calf. All the way down to your foot, toes, maybe your shin. Little by little, if you need that deeper stretch, lean forward. But if you're already feeling a good stretch, you can stay seated upright, and then maybe bring your chin to your chest. Any rocking motion. Bring back to mind your intention or affirmation, mantra. Take another deep breath. On your next inhale, pull your belly up and sit up, rocking your leg a few times. Step it down and kick it out a couple more times. Other side, knee comes out and in, side to side. Feel your muscles doing some work. Strengthening and stretching. Lift your knee up and around for hip circles. The other direction. zigzag, side to side. You can always take a break, but see if you can keep pulling it up higher. And then that big squeeze, lean back, pull it up, hugging it, kissing it, or just kind of rounding your spine, bringing your forehead towards your knee. Point and flex. Ankle over your knee. Figure 4 and massaging, getting all the blood and fluid flowing in your leg. Little leaning forward. And Miss D, I see you taking a drink, so anytime now or after we're done with this, figure 4 is a good time for a drink. You bring your chin to your chest and maybe rock side to side or lean into one side. Big breaths. On your next inhale, lift your belly and sit up. Rocking your leg. Step it down and kick it out. Rocking forward and back, and bring in those airplane arms and bicep curls. Rocking a few times, warming up your arms a little bit more. And your hands, squeezing those fingers, opening them wide. And you could keep doing this and stay in your seat. Or you could try some stand-up sit-downs. Hands could be on your knees, hands could be on your chair, where you're doing more of an arm strengthening workout, or hands at heart center. We'll come to a halfway lifted chair pose. So trying to hold this for strengthening purposes. Hands could be on your knees as well. Keeping a light lift through the belly as you keep breathing. Slowly rise. If you need to sit down, please feel free to do that. You can stay in your seat or come to standing. Little rocking motion side to side, maybe that flowing just a little, and then finding your way to the back of your chair, a table, or some other support. Then bring your hands down to the chair, bending your knees, and extend your spine so that your spine feels nice and long. You don't want to be rounding your spine. Try to make a flat back. If your hands don't like this, you can work on your fists or even your forearms and bend your knee. So here, trying a cat and cow movement. So just rounding the spine, chin to chest, and then you could go just to a straight spine or maybe a little bit of an arch if it feels good. And then come back to neutral. See if you can come down to your forearms and bend your knees. Step 1 foot in front, 1 foot in back. And just take a little bit of a lunge in this here. You can also have your hands on the seat of the chair. If it feels too far down to go onto your forearms, just come back up onto your hands or fists. Then step your feet together and switch to the other side. Bending and straightening into that lunge. Your feet together and slowly inhale as you stand up and try to sit down without using your hands if you're able to. So if you're able to do stand up, sit down, see if you can reverse that process and come back into your seat. So it's partly trusting that the chair is there and it's going to support you. Rubbing one hand up either the opposite side of your neck or same side. Just kind of depends on your hands and your elbows, how that's feeling. But rub forward and back down to your chest each time. From the back of the neck down to the chest. Anywhere else that feels good. And feel that area kind of warming up. Feel your hands warming up. And just breathe it in. Breathe in that warmth, that caring touch. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears. Make sure your hands are relaxed. Slowly allow your shoulders to come down. Notice if it's bumpy today. Relax at the bottom. Try it again. Shoulders up towards your ears. Keep breathing as you let your shoulders come down as slow as molasses. Relax them all the way down. Try that again. Shoulders up. This time, just go halfway and pause when you get there, but take your time. And then go the rest of the way after you take that pause. Relaxing at the bottom. Let's do one more with our chin lowered a little bit. So chin down. Shoulders could be up and forward or up and back. So see which one you'd like to do. I'm going to do up and forward. And slowly release. So just doing a different angle. Smooth it out. Relax. Let go. Take a breath. Take some circles. So your nose is a pencil. You're making circles with your nose. Small ones at first. Nice and slow in one direction. Maybe making them bigger as it feels good. And then the other direction. Coming back to center. Tip your head to one side very gently. If you want to do that nervous system, the vagus nerve kind of resetting, then look up toward the ceiling as you're doing that, either with your eyes open or closed. Breathing, allowing any sigh or yawn. And then very slowly bring your head back to center. Pause. And tip your head to the other side. Maybe looking up toward the ceiling. Bringing your head back to center. And any other movements here, maybe you look side to side or your chin down and up or some shoulder circles. Just letting ourselves fully relax and coming into Shavasana, so our time of relaxation. You can stay seated in your chair or you could find your way to the floor carefully. Just taking the time to allow yourself intentional relaxation And resting the body, resting the mind, resting the breath. Noticing your breath, where you feel it expanding and contracting in your body. Allowing your breath to become smooth, quiet, even. Sometimes to the point where you can barely detect your body moving. The exhales, bringing more relaxation, more grounding. And on your next exhale, bring your breath awareness down to your feet. Notice any sensations in your feet. Breathe into the feet and the toes. Completely relaxing your feet and your toes. Bring your awareness to your knees. Breathing in and out through your knees. Completely relaxing your knees. Bring relaxation and awareness to your hips. Breathe in and out through your hips. Completely relaxing your hips. Bring awareness to your torso, the front of your torso, the back. Completely relaxing your torso. Bring awareness to your hands and fingers. Breathing in and out through your hands and fingers. Relaxing your hands and fingers. Bring your breath awareness to your elbows. Completely relaxing through your elbows. Bring your breath up to your shoulders. Completely relaxing your shoulders. Breathe all the way up through your neck, the sides of your neck, the back of your neck, and even your throat. Maybe swallowing once or twice. Completely relaxing your neck. Bring your awareness up to your head, the front, sides, and top of your head. Breathing in and out through your head. Completely relaxing your head. Bring your awareness to your face and just Imagine relaxing through your eyes, your nose, mouth, tongue, cheeks, jaws, ears, and then all the way into your brain, and just relaxing every cell in your brain. Bring that awareness and breath all the way through your entire body. Breathing into your whole body as one. Completely relaxing your whole body. Allow for a moment of silence, and I'll let you know when we're finished. And then starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes and blinking open your eyes. You can take some wrist and ankle circles. Any other movements that would feel right for you, or a big stretch. Maybe kicking those feet out, big long body stretch. And you can finish bringing your hands to your heart center in honor of the love, light, and teacher in yourself and in each other. Thank you all so much for joining today. Namaste.